What's going on? Drew here with another video, and no, the channel is not dead. And why haven't I been uploading? Why haven't you been doing this? What happened to the Instagram stories? What happened to the Snapchat stories? Bros, wait, hold your horses, bro. Like, hold your horses. Alright, so I've been busy with work, and I'm honestly waiting for more parts for the 240. And that's what we're going to be talking about today, is what's going on with the 240. If you guys seen my Instagram post, you guys pretty much know what happened with the 240. So it didn't sound too good. Like, to be honest, like that was like one of the worst sounds you can ever hear when you try to start up your engine. So every time I tried to crank the engine would get stuck. So I was like, okay, well, let me rotate it by hand. So I would rotate it by hand and it would get stuck. So I would rotate it back and it would get stuck. So I was like, you know what? Maybe one of the valves is sticking. Like, I was like hoping that I just bent one of the valves and you could just, get the head resurfaced with new valves, new valve springs, and all that good stuff. And it was much worse than that. Like, that was just my prediction. Like, you know what? Maybe one of the valves got bent because maybe the valves was sticking out and the piston hit it, and that's why the engine is stuck. But this was like one of the first time I ever witnessed this. But the valve it literally broke. Like, it broke in half. Like, I had one of my good buddies, shout out to Arnie, he helped me out, where we took out the head and you can actually see the valve on top of the piston, which was, me and him were like, bro, like, how did this happen? Like, dude, this is like, I never seen something like that. So I'm gonna show you how the head looks like, and there's actually a freaking valve mark printed on the piston. Like, it's like a perfect circle there. So I'm gonna have to get a new head. I was debating, maybe try to find it at a local junkyard, or find it someone locally that has another head. But then I realized, I'm like, wait, I have my spare engine. I could just take off that head and slap it on this engine. So I'm just gonna show you guys how the head that was in the engine that freaking got the valve broken, or the valve broken there. I'm gonna show you guys that head, and I'm gonna show you guys the freaking piston that has a freaking valve mark on it. Alright guys, so this is my head that was on the engine that I did the engine swap with. Let me see if I can focus it for you guys real quick. Alright, there you go. So you can see we got 3 valves there. And then, oh, what do you know? We only have 2. And if you guys can tell, let me see if I could adjust this for you guys. You see that scar mark right there in the middle? That middle scar mark? Yeah, that's what the valve was hitting on iron. So, look at that. A valve completely broken. And we have freaking marks on it. So I'm pretty sure, like, this valve is done. Like, I don't even want to bother resurfacing this head and replacing the valves, because we have these marks right here in the middle that when the valve broke and when we tried to start the car, the valve was just floating around inside the piston, and it was damaging the iron inside where the valve set. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't want to resurface this head or even bother trying to fix this head. Alright, so this is the long block for the engine. As you can see, there's piston 1, 2, 3. See that? That's what the valve was, floating around inside the piston, and it actually left a mark. Let me see if I can focus it a little bit more. Yeah, look at that. That's a nice looking mark. That's cylinder number 3, and of course 4. So what was happening is the valve broke off, and it was just floating around inside, and it couldn't escape anywhere, of course. And every time you try to start the car, it actually damaged the head, as I shown you guys how it made like scar marks inside the head, and it left this freaking sick freaking mark on it. So as you can tell, there's a lot of carbon buildup on that, but we're gonna get these pistons cleaned out, and that's pretty much it. That's what's holding me back for getting this car started. And I just wanted to show you guys what was going on, just to give you guys a quick update. It's a bummer that this happened. I was like this close to finishing the car, dropping the car, getting it out of my backyard, and finally driving it. and actually just getting seat time and learning how to drift and stuff like that. I was upset, like, guys, I was so upset, but at the same time, I gave myself reality check and be like, yo, you shouldn't be upset about this because this is giving you more knowledge of working on engines. Before, I didn't even know how to take off a head. I didn't know how to take off the front cover. I didn't know how to take off the crank pulley. I didn't even know how to take off the crank pulley. Well, so at the same time, I gained some knowledge, tearing down the engine, and I'm not that upset. Like, I'm honestly not that upset because I'm actually taking this, this knowledge and using it in the future. Like, if something else breaks and stuff like that, I'm gonna figure out how to take off certain parts and stuff like that. So, it does suck. It does suck that I can't get the car on the ground and stuff like that. But it's just a learning experience. And my advice is, don't be afraid of taking parts, removing bolts and stuff like that just to fix a problem. You're gonna gain more knowledge in the future because it's weird. Like, it's just an example. Like, if you take off an alternator, your first thing is gonna be like say you need to do a head gasket job. You're gonna be like, you know what, I can do it. I can take off. It's just a couple bolts. Like, it's just a couple hours of work, and I can do it. And that's like, it's weird. It just clicks. Like, once you start working on your car, it starts clicking. Like, yo, like, this is not working properly. You're starting to know what parts are not working. So that's at the point where I'm at right now. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and comment down below if you guys want me to repair this engine, or maybe just get a dual cam, because I'm at the point where I just want to get a dual cam and just maybe turbocharge it or something like that. So I don't know. Leave it on the comments down below. If you guys haven't followed me on social media, go ahead and follow me on social media, because I'm always doing daily updates on the 240 and the Z. But I'm gonna catch you guys later. Peace.
I done lived and did and done and seen, you feel me? Go get it, keep your head up, just stay focused.
Every time you see me, I am the freshest. Every time you see me, I come collect it. Cash out at the dealer, I swipe the debit. Cash out at the dealer, ain't need no credit.